Hi, my name is Katie. I'm a sophomore at Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am studying sociology and anthropology and also English. This semester I've studied a lot of theory, and that's been super interesting because theory gives us lenses and tools for how to understand the world around us. And I'd like to add that it's been a privilege to be able to go to class and study and read and just discuss theory a lot. One theorist I read this semester was Bell Hooks, who wrote In Theory as a Liberatory Practice about minimizing the gap between theory and practice and also using theory as a way to heal from oppression. For my English 200 class, I was assigned a usable theory project, and with that I had to select a problematic cultural artifact or practice and analyze it using a theory. And so I was assigned to intervene in the problematic discourse that I had selected and then to do something, and so I decided to make this video. If you do end up watching it, please feel free to like it, comment, share, whatever you want. So I decided to analyze the shaving industry in modern United States and the problematic cultural messages directed to women, specifically about their own bodies. I analyzed 2 shaving commercials, and then I interviewed peers about body hair and shaving after having them watch the same videos.
Introducing the new Schick Hydro Silk Trim Style, the tool you've been waiting for. The only waterproof bikini trimmer and hydrating razor in one. New Schick Hydro Silk Trim Style. Free your skin.
Such fun music.
Not using scissors.
First of all, I think it's really funny that they use little, tiny little bushes right there as a bush down there. But yes, I do think it's problematic for a multitude of reasons. But primarily, basically it's telling you, for instance, the one that was cut was in the shape of a heart. So they're basically saying, look, you need to trim down there, so, here's this for you. This is this is what you need.
I would think that my messages are that with only Schick Hydro Silk, I can get the style that I want, so I can go outside in my beach bod and have perfectly trimmed parts. But one thing I noticed was it's subliminal, because in the song it said something like, if you like what you see, if you like what you see, then something or other. And it was weird because the lady trimmed the bush into a heart. And so, I don't know, it's just all, if you were to create a product, this would be the perfect commercial because you're showing all these good things and it's easy. Because the other ladies just had a lot of trouble with it, so.
They make it seem as if, you can't have fun unless you're shaving yourself, and, I think it's also this idea of, being, groomed.
Yeah.
Is how, how you look when, grooming your hair, no matter what it is. You don't need to shave it off, being groomed is, proper, and, ladylike.
I guess from this commercial it just shows that it's sexy to keep it trimmed down there, I guess.
And it's it's saying it's a must.
Did you notice the reactions from the other women in the ad to the one with the heart? You can watch it again if you want.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
That's I want to be like that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. The first time I saw it, honestly, I thought it was kind of a joke because I really started laughing the first time. It's not even a competition. It's just whatever you feel comfortable. If I feel comfortable with hairy legs, then that's what I feel comfortable with. And if someone feels comfortable shaving their legs, then that's what they feel comfortable with. But these guys are just trying to get you to buy their products, so they're making you think that this is the only way women should be.
There's this sort of idea of freeing your skin by shaving, and I think it's very interesting that this is portrayed as sort of like a liberating thing that women do, when in reality, of course, it's like a very patriarchal thing that's like telling women exactly how they should be. And of course there's no problem if you want to shave, but the idea that you have to shave is just like very, very highly represented in our culture.
I'm your Venus. What does beauty feel like? And where does it begin? It begins with your skin. Venus Embrace. Every 5-bladed stroke gives you 360 degrees of smooth, revealing goddess skin you can feel and feel. Only from Venus Embrace. Also in disposables.
No. Honestly, my legs are smoother not without shaving.
5-bladed stroke gives you 360 degrees of smooth, revealing goddess skin.
It's all about what men think of you, ladies. That's what it's all about. As long as they approve of your smooth legs.
Beauty is skin deep, they almost literally said.
Okay.
I think kind of related to what we were talking to in class, like, this is just, like, the fact that the razor is called Embrace is just, like, showing that the removal of hair is only for, like, the purpose of, like objective that people use it. Like, its purpose of shaving is just to experience the embrace of someone else.
The messages were of like heteronormativity and having smooth, perfect legs are the only way you'll get somebody who, as a lady, you should want, and like how you should want to go to the beach and just have your legs rubbed on the whole time.
Yeah, just this whole idea of how women should be treating themselves a particular way solely for the purpose of pleasing the male gaze and making themselves appear the way that women are supposed to appear.
I'm basically saying that, like, silky, smooth legs means that, like, it's sexy and suggestive.
So if you don't have silky smooth legs, then you're not sexy.
Then you're not sexy, exactly. And yeah.
Cool, thank you.
There are also no same-sex couples, or as it seemed. Like, no one identified themselves either way. But, it was just very male-female.
Male-female.
And that's not an accurate representation of how life is.
Nice.
A message very much about how, like, shave your legs for men, because there's always the man, like, touching the women's legs, and it was very much focused on that, and not about, like, women should shave their legs if they want to, because they think it's nice. It sort of sent the message that it was like, do this so boys will like you, which is a debatable message.
Yeah, like just the implication that it wasn't for them.
One of the things that women are meant to be is like virgins and innocent and fragile and pure, and so that commonly leads to them being presented in a very childlike way. And specifically when you look at this, it's like you're taking yourself back to a prepubescent, that's the word, form, where like you don't have hair and where you're like physically looking like you are more of a child.
Is it problematic? Yeah, because the commercial only shows one type of person, which is like the classic person that we, or like generations before us know about, like heterosexual young couples with a lot of time on their hands. So yeah, I think that's problematic because there are more people in the world than just the people in the commercial.
I'll tell a story. I think I have a really specific memory. I was a summer camp counselor after my freshman year of college, so going in to be a sophomore, and I lived in a cabin with girls who were going into 3rd and 4th grade. I was their in-cabin counselor, And I remember, of course, like, you all shower together, and that's a lot of times where, like, girls, like, start forming thoughts about their bodies, especially, like, summer camp, and, like, start, like, learning stuff. And I remember one of them being like, why do you have armpit hair? And I was like, what do you mean, why do I have armpit hair? Like, I have, like, every woman is gonna have armpit hair. And she was like, no, they don't. Like, my mom doesn't have armpit hair. Like, none of my mom's friends have armpit hair. I was like, no, like, they all have armpit hair. They just, like, shave it off. And she was like, oh, so, like, I'll get armpit hair. And I was like, yeah, you will. And she was like, word, that's so cool. And I was like, yeah, it is cool. Like, you don't need to shave it off, like, immediately as soon as you start getting it. So I think it was just important for me to serve as a role model to, like, kids who are going to be growing up and asking themselves the question, like, should I shave or should I not shave? And I think it should just be 100% up to the individual. And I think sometimes it's not, because the shaving industry, like, puts these images in our head from such a young age that women are supposed to be hairless everywhere, that, like, it seems unnatural to have hair, when really that's just how your body naturally is.
Like, it's natural. Only shave it if you want to shave it. You shouldn't shave it because you think someone else will like it, or because society tells you to.
I think that there's this stereotype of women who don't shave as being, like, dirty, crusty hippies, and especially being unclean, that, like, not shaving equals unclean. And I think, first off, that's just so inaccurate. And I've had many women who come up to me and they're like, oh, like, do you hate that I shave? Like, do you, like, think like this about me? And I'm like, no, like, absolutely not. Like, literally, it's a personal choice for your own personal body. Like, I shower just as regularly as any of y'all, if not more. And also, like, your body regulates itself. So, like, if you have hair somewhere, like, it's meant to be there for a reason. And, like, if you shave or if you, like, clean it, like, it, like, has its own systems of cleanliness.
Here's some personal reflections I had after interviewing fellow Guilford students about the videos I showed them. Guilford has more of a liberal-leaning community, and I think that the interviews that I conducted reflected that. If I did have more time, I would try to include more diverse opinions and experiences about body hair and shaving. Next time, I would try to offer more questions in response to the video, and to have those questions be more objective. Many of the people I interviewed were confident sharing messages about having hair as being a positive thing, and those messages that those individuals shared, I did find to be very useful to contrast the messages that are perpetuated by shaving companies, that women especially must shave their hair in order to be accepted by society. So I watched a few advertisements and I talked to peers, and I talked to peers about the shaving industry, but I decided to do one more experiment. And I took a field trip to CVS with my friend, and what we decided to do was look at potentially problematic cultural messages on the products put forth by the shaving industry in the aisle, all lined up together. So here it is. All right, let's go. Alrighty, we are in aisle 4, and this is the razors and shave cream aisle. And here we have the women razors. A lot of pink right now I'm seeing. A lot of words that say beauty. This one says Daisy, that's a type of brand. A lot of different varieties. There's some blue now. Flex to your curves. Aloe infused. And this is sensitive. Exotic violet bloom scent. It's pretty tempting. So, also with aloe. Ooh. let's see what this is about. Ooh, this is a portable shaver. So you're expected to shave anywhere you are. Take it with you. Obviously, it's cordless and electric, so even if you're traveling and you can't charge it, you can always have it charged and ready to go. It's designed for sensitive skin, so catering to that audience there. Oh, it says Beauty 360 Reinventing Beauty. So not only are you able to have beauty from this, but you're allowed to reinvent it, and that's, I guess, quite empowering if you think about it. But don't worry, the batteries are not included. You have to get those separately. So that was our little trip to CVS, and we found out that women are supposed to have soft and smooth bodies, and they shouldn't have hair on them at all. And that is definitely a message that the shaving industries want us to know. Thanks so much for watching. To end, I'm going to quote Bell Hooks again. And she wrote, "I found a piece of sanctuary in the organizing, in making sense of what was happening. I found a place where I could imagine possible futures, a place where life could be lived differently. This lived experience of critical thinking, reflection and analysis became a place where I worked at explaining the hurt and making it go away. Fundamentally, I learned from this experience that theory could be a healing place." Again, that was Bell Hooks. I encourage you to read their works. And for me, analyzing commercials with a feminist perspective, talking with other students, and overall just questioning cultural expectations was really interesting. I would do it again for sure. And I encourage everyone to think critically about the cultural messages that surround us. Thanks again for watching.